Yeah. Okay. And we're off. Let's see. Hi, everybody. People are so literally just went in, but know from past experience, people should be here any moment, at least to say hi, you know. So, yeah, hi. How's it going? hmm It's just Friday here, so. And it's been a couple of days since I last streamed, but no worries. I'm here now. Yeah, it's so yeah, good to see you all. I'm just setting things up a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, should be good. All right. Let's see. We're up and running now. A few viewers are coming in, from what I can tell. Let's see. Uh, I'm trying to check my titles and stuff. My title, my category, that kind of stuff. Hey, Tim. Nice to see you. You're first of the day. Yeah. You beat out Joey today. Yeah. Glad to see you. Um, yeah. Uh, I hope your Friday has been good, everyone, and Tim in particular. Yeah. My day's been all right. Worked all day, but got out early. So I'm here to play some games and like talk to hang out with some of you guys. So yeah. um. So yeah. If anybody who happened to be out there who's new to here, yeah, I'm Ponty. Nice to meet you. A lot of the people who follow me, I currently know. So, but they don't. A bunch of them actually don't know what my model and my Sona look like. But so some of them might be surprised. Yeah. Well, this is me. This is my stream. I'm just starting. This is still my first week technically. Uh, Yep. Uh, this I know a lot of the more experienced streamers have like a starting soon screen and a chatting screen and everything. I'll have that eventually, but until now, yeah, you get me immediately as soon as I turn on. Yeah. So as you can see, this is my nice crust border here. Yeah. I just like to hang out sometimes and use this as a creative outlet and just have some fun sometimes. I also sometimes will use it for working and hanging out with friends. So so that they can actually see me, on screen and talk to me whenever they want to. Yeah. The plan for tonight is I'm going to uh, get through a few more game demos that I downloaded, and we'll just move. We'll go as long as I can, and because I don't have to work tomorrow, I have no uh, cut off time, so I'm just going to be here until like I get hungry or sleepy or one of those two. Yeah. Um, as I was saying, like when I immediately went live, I changed up the category and the title of the stream. The last time I did this was which was on Wednesday. I tried to do that before stream, but afterwards when I went back and looked at the VOD and stuff, the category did not change. It's from the previous day. So if I'm correct, the category right now should be just chatting, and the title should say Friday at Ponty's. So, um, yeah, if Tim or someone in there could like be all like, "Hey, yeah, it definitely says that," or if it says something, different, then I'll know that there's another that the same problem that happened last time happened again. Yeah, but yeah, you get to see me as a new person just starting out. So, yeah, that is me. Um, so yeah, I hope everybody's Friday went okay. Um, let's see. Got up at my usual time. I'm doing great. Thank you, Tim. Yeah. That means a lot, and yeah, I think I am too. We can hear you all right, but you should be a bit louder. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I changed my mic and stuff. Let's see here. Ba, 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 ba. All right. How does that sound, Tim? Give your mic some more gain. Got it. Bop, bop. Okay. Let's see. That could be interesting. According to my OBS, the gain is completely up. So if it's like soft right now, that might be a problem. Tech issues, am I right? Let's see here. Uh, so testing a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you're right. The best streams do often have things go haywire. I rather enjoy watching those. I I know a couple of people who even make it a whole like part of their personality and their performance. And it's usually very entertaining. So Mhm. As they say, the show must go on, you know. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right. How's the volume now, Tim? For anybody who don't know, Tim here is like a friend of mine who's personally responsible for porting Ponty here into VTuber software for me, which I'm eternally grateful. I consider him like one of the creators of Ponty now. Yeah. Still the same, you say? Aw, yeah, no problem, Tim. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you get to see Tim help me with tech issues. Okay. Hmm. All right, I'm there, Tim. Let's see. Got it. Yep. Easy peasy. Got it. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Tim's helping me. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. All right. Any change that you can tell? So, It is louder. That's good. In a good kind of loud or a bad kind of loud? Like, am I yelling at you now? Just a tad bit. It's good. It's good. Okay. So, good. I've got to like, yeah, certainly like make sure that I'm heard. Should be good. Cool. So yeah, I guess right microphone and everything. Cool. Okay, awesome. That's going to be how I begin every stream now. I'm going to ask like you Tim like hey, what can I do to like improve what you see immediately? It'll be our little tradition now. Should be good. Cool. Yeah. Um yeah, I don't have uh so the purpose of let's see, huh? Chat usually bitches about how is someone telling me I'm missing something or something, so it's normal. Yeah, it sounds like fun. Hey, Spooty. Hey, welcome in. Nice seeing you again, man. It's been a couple of days. Spooty. Yeah. Glad you're here. You get to see stream number 4. So we were just doing a little tech stuff before you got here. Nothing too exciting. Mhm. Yeah. Um. So how was your day, man? Got to get back into the habit of talking continuously. Well, not not totally, I guess. I've done live streaming before in a different complete life. Um for like a job, and I wasn't like using a VTuber or anything there. It was my real face. I was in IRL doing it, and like I learned to like talk all the time, but I was doing things like 6 hour, 8 hour shifts. Um, and did you know after talking for like 6 hours, your voice can start to go? Because no one told me. Um, so yeah, there were. I remember there were times where like I was going for like many hours, and then like I started to lose the voice a little bit, and it became almost painful to talk. Um, but I still got through it by forcing myself, and the viewers at the time seemed to understand. So so they were like almost cheering me on in a way. Yeah, I saw it as a as a job at that time. So like I didn't like really have any besides that having a concept of like live streaming for fun or anything. Um and for just a hobby. Uh and yeah, and even in that context, I wound up getting like regular viewers and stuff, and people would just like people I would talk to like almost every other day, and then I even became friends with a couple of them. So, what was I live streaming? It was um, uh, a comic book like show, kind of like almost a podcast type thing where we talked about that's back when I in my life when I worked in a comic book shop. um, so yeah, or comic book shop slash game store. Like those you occasionally will see streams on Twitch of like retail locations, like maybe like a gaming store or something who has like their camera running and everything. While they're doing like all the other work, that was me. Yeah. That was the 2010s. um, somewhere there's on the internet there's footage of all that. Um, uh, I haven't checked if it's still live and if you can still view it and everything, but it's still there. on some websites archives or whatever. Yeah. Right. Let's see here. If not for work, I could go days without speaking. Yeah, me too. I pretty much do that. Uh, except because I work from home now. So if I unless I need to talk to like a coworker on the phone or over uh, Microsoft Teams or something. So yeah, this is like my real voice, which I don't get to use a lot sometimes. Except maybe when I like get outside and do like regular hobbies, not outdoorsy stuff, which is on a rare occasion. Yeah. And then I have plenty of friends like I've met online that I like talk to now. So also um, the the occasional people who like I taught who deliver my groceries. I'm all like, hi, human interaction, hooray. Were you into the comics and gaming part of that job, or just one side? Mainly the comic side, but I knew the gaming section, and because I had to like talk about all the stuff, um, uh, or at least have some knowledge of it. I knew knowledge about the gaming stuff. The gaming part was basically as you could think of a regular comic shop, like uh, sort of like retro consoles or and stuff like that. Basically, stuff that's already was owned and like sold to us. Yeah, and refurbished and that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I still remember that first day. I got that job because they had somebody who like run the camera and doing the on-screen stuff, who was doing it while I was there, and then one day that person just wound up and quit. So they needed someone like in a hurry to like jump on camera, and I said, okay, I volunteer. It kind of looks like I could do it, and I wound up doing it for like a year and a half. Oh, and it was exhausting. Um, uh, uh, it was fun. Like my instinct was correct, but like I was surprised like how much like extra effort it took to actually like do a live stream. Uh, like you have to like prepare things you were going to talk about and like um set up technical stuff and all that. Yeah, and I was pretty much doing it all by myself. Oh yeah, it was on. Yes, there was a regular chat. It was on like I'll say a popular like social media website that regularly has a chat. Yes. Yeah, if I tell you which one, you might be able to find it. But yeah. Yeah. I speaking of which, the couple of friends that I made off doing that um said that they would like to on the day that I quit, which was around the time of COVID and stuff. Um, they 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 were sad to see me go, and they promised if I ever started live stream again with in any format whatsoever, that I would let them know. I should totally like get in contact with them and tell them I'm doing this. Ponty's Games and Comics. Yeah. LLC. Oh, um, oh, that is a story. Was I a monkey back then? No, actually, back then I wasn't even a furry. Um, um, yeah. Uh, so, um, uh, but that sort of experience uh did lead me into like getting into like tabletop RPGs and stuff again. I hadn't done that since I was a kid. So like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. And after that, sort of like role playing as that character, as a character or characters. Mine was a rogue named Toribio most of the time. That introduced me to the furry fandom in a sense, and I said, "Oh, it's kind of like role playing games." So yeah, and that's how that was my introduction to all of this. So in terms of how long have I been like a furry, um, maybe about like 4 or 5 years, something like that. Yeah. What is this, 2026? Yeah, that'd be about right. Yeah. My my history in the fandom. Let's see. Um, I my Oh, who's this? Hi. Oh, look who it is. Sonic. Hi. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you here. Yeah. Hi. Smiley face. Welcome to Ponty's Pizzeria. I don't know. Sonic, are you the friend from the comic books? No, you're not. But uh, huh. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I was just thinking about like texting the friend from the comic book shop, but he's on like my way of contacting him is in the messenger from the social media site, which I don't haven't been on in a while. Oh, I'm revealing things like which social media site has people like left and in the last few years. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So, this is your first time chat now, Sonic. Um, yeah. Welcome, first timer. You followed me like a few days ago. Yeah, I noticed. I think I was offline, but yeah. Mhm. Hope your day's been well. And your week, really. Yeah. True. Um, yeah. So I often do this after work. This stream after work. So my usual times. I haven't got any specific days. It's usually just whenever I feel like it now. But the time is usually in the afternoon, and then I go into the evening. So think about like 5 6 p.m. EST, and then just go until whenever I get sleepy, basically. Usually, if I have work in the morning, I will like try to get off at a sane hour where I can actually get some good sleep. uh, but there's been at least one stream recently that I did of the four where like I was having so much fun and getting distracted by what I was doing that I went after the time I was supposed to get off. So I'm like, holy crap, it's my bedtime. But went past it by a significant amount. That next day at work was fun. But don't worry, coffee solves it. So I love how all of my friends that I know online now all have like the same problems with like sleep and stuff. It's uncanny. That's a some. Oh, okay. Yeah. You're on yeah, big Dead by Daylight player. Yeah. I still haven't had the pleasure. Yeah, my schedule is all yeah, indeed. I think you mentioned how like you changed up your schedule recently and like it's like done like some harm to you. uh, I don't think that you don't think Tim has sleeping problems. Hmm, really? Well, that's Tim. I hope you sleep like like, peacefully 8 hours, a night. I'm lucky if I do that. Oh, I'm getting better at it though. So like I think there was a period over the past like year and a half or so where I would go like months without like sleeping a full night. It was there was a and there's a point there where I was like getting like, it became an actual problem in IRL. So I had to go back to actually like forcing myself to go to sleep at a specific time. Nah. Oh, look at Ollie. Hi, man. Yay, welcome in. You're lurking. Enjoy your lurk while you're at work. Let's see. I don't have sleeping quite the. I've been. Yeah, you've been known to just sleep anywhere, including sleeping on stairs. Yeah. Oh, you just have a fucked up sleeping schedule. Yeah. Pretty much me the same. Yeah. It's I well, not exactly. I have trouble like falling asleep and staying asleep. So, um I remember being younger and like having no problems with that stuff at all and like actually enjoying sleep. Now sometimes it's more of a chore. Hmm. I'm getting older, guys. uh, I can't like sleep like I used to, and I can't like eat everything that I want to with no consequences. now I now I feel like crap if I eat like two pizzas. I'm exaggerating. Yeah. Who would have thought it? The pizza themed furry streamer actually likes pizza. Mm, it's it's a wonder, right? Mm-hmm. Um, I so this is stream number 4. Yes. Um, I've examined like the previous streams and tried to make some improvements. One improvement was like messing with the audio and the mics because in the VODs had the weird like sort of like echo type thing, like I'm talking like I'm in a subway station or a cave or something. Um, Maybe a lot of people didn't notice it because they're not uh, they're not as like in tune with all the problems and stuff. But I noticed it, and I really wanted to fix that. So like, I managed to like add some filters and that kind of stuff. Um, I will go back and eventually watch this and see if it changed it at all, or by how much. So let's see. What does Tim say here? You've met people who can eat two whole pizzas. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Maybe like when I was really young and like irresponsible and stuff. I I may have done that on one occasion or two or three. Yeah. Just like like Cookie Monster eating cookies. Yeah. Except there's grease for this. Mhm. Yeah. Hmm. So, um, yeah. Let's see here, Tim. Honestly, so far so good. Your mic is crispy, crispy. Hmm. Yum, crispy. And besides the volume earlier, it's doing well. Hooray! Huzzah! Yeah, I'm glad. Um, so yeah, I don't know, like so for this for the weekend and stuff, I might have more free time to like stream. So uh like on weekdays, it'll probably be in the in the evenings, um 5, 6 EST going to into the night, whenever I want to stream. Weekends, I'm thinking about doing it earlier, maybe midday. Think of maybe 1, 2, maybe even noon on an adventurous day, and then just try just going whenever I want. I'm thinking about dedicating the weekends to like doing the sort of like retro game challenge stuff that's in my like about section. So I'm seriously considering thinking about doing a PlayStation 1 game tomorrow, and starting that. So yay! I get to break out a PlayStation. Yeah, which is my favorite game system, the PS1. Let's see. Woo, PlayStation, yeah. Old stuff, like 20, 30-year-old stuff. Yeah. Ah. Um, let's see. In terms of I actually do, I've thought about the retro game challenge for a good amount of time. Yeah. Um, so the PS1, I'm going to start with a game that was one of the launch titles, at least in North America, for the PS1, all the way back in 1995. Um, it's a it's a called it's a extreme sports game. At the time it was released, it was called ESPN Extreme Sports. But later, it when they lost the license to for ESPN, it became known as One Extreme. And then they made a couple of sequels. One called Two Extreme and Three Extreme, conveniently enough. So think if you know what Road Rash is, it's a game like that, basically where you like race people and get to like punch them and knock them down and stuff. Ah, yeah. You forgot about Road Rash, yeah. Um, if this game I'm playing right now, or going to play as on the first retro game challenge, is like Road Rash, but it's known to be like very difficult, even more difficult than Road Rash. So, like the first time I played it all the years ago, I think I wound up in like last place in like one of the races by like a mile. So you're and then the only way you can like get better at it and even have chance of like progressing in the game is just to keep doing it, like hammering out like as and just getting better at it, like a lot of those old games was. So that's going to be an experience. You get to see, and I haven't played it this particular game in years, so like you'll probably see me like become in last place like by like a lot, and then when you get to the last part of the end of the race, all the NPCs are standing there waiting for you, almost judging you silently, and it's really fun. You'll get to see. um, uh, After that one, hmm, there's a couple of like um, PS1 games that I could choose to go with. I kind of want to save those two for a surprise though. One, they're a little obscure. One more so than the other. Um, uh, but there's one. The one that's really obscure is like a Japanese import. Um, that like I think I and maybe like a handful of other people even know about now. So I will just tell you it's a little crazy, as Japanese old Japanese games were. uh, Crazy in my kind of crazy. So, um, wild and crazy. um, yeah, I will say the style of that retro style of like PS1 stuff is a little different from the colorful like Ponty stuff, pizza stuff that you see all around you, and different from the few of the other games that I've been playing like over the past week. Um, I would describe the style as of early PS1 games as like very grungy and maybe janky. Yeah, but I like them a lot. Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Now, if I when the time comes for me to break out the PS2, um, let's see. I will also try to start with a North American launch title for that as well. Let's see. Ah, hmm. I've done forgotten what the one was with the PS2 because it's down on the list. Hmm. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh well, I'll remember it when I get to it. Yeah. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm excited about it. Um, my challenge is to like play as many games from the PlayStation systems, early places as I can, until like I forget about it basically. Yeah. um, but anyway, I generally love retro games. They're one of my favorite things. I just love the art style and that era. Excitement. You could even review them. I could review them, I suppose. Yeah. I will tell you this. Like for example, the PS1 has a lot of games that are like what people would term shovelware. Um, but the problem is, I like all that kind of stuff. Even the most generic stuff of the time was great. So like I annoy some of my friends who are into retro games because it's hard for them to find one that I dislike. So um, they're all like, "How about this one? This you." They tell me like, "You couldn't possibly like this one," and I'll play it and I'll be like, "Hey, that was kind of fun." Um, yeah. So my first video game on the PS1 that I ever played and ever owned was the original Spyro. So that one is not on the list yet, but that I'm soon to play. But it'll eventually get there. I often use Spyro as like a judge for like all the rest of the games I play on the system. You should play. Ah, yes, Intelligence Cube. I know. Yeah, I know of it. I've never played it, but yeah. Um, doesn't it have? It's a funny little puzzle game, but I know it has like the a style that's almost edgy and weird. Because it's like you're playing in like on a plane that's in the middle of a void. So the presentation is kind of like a absurdist. Yeah. Not absurdist, surreal. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Hmm. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that was on that system. So, but yeah, Intelligence Cube. I can't wait. I can't wait to play it. um, but the library of the PS1 is vast. I mean, it's like huge. I mean, it would take your entire lifetime to like play the entire thing. So I think I of the games I've actually played on PS1, it's maybe like only 3 or 4% of it. So like the vast uh games I'll be playing on the system, I will be first playthrough. So that'll be exciting. But I do know of a bunch of them. So and I could tell you describe that. That's me working in like a game store. I can like tell you something about it, even though I haven't played it. hmm Yeah, just because I learned about it, and I had to sell those things once upon a time. Hi, hi, Sneevy. Welcome. Yay, you're back. I'm glad to see you. You've returned for every stream, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. You caught me here while I was just chatting about like old games and stuff and future plans for this like stream. So, oh yeah. And I've seen other of my streamers who are like the retro gamers, and they do things like let their chat and stuff choose which games that they play next on it and stuff. I haven't. I Up to now, I thought like I was just choosing it myself, but at some point I might, you know, have like followers choice and that kind of stuff. I would maybe put up polls and that kind of thing. But IQ is fun. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And so is LSD. Yep. Um, yes, there's a game on PlayStation 1 called LSD. And yeah. It's one of the more weird games. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I've thought those particular noteworthy weird games. I've thought about like maybe saving for like a special time slot. Um, yeah, maybe at 8 p.m. on prime time type stuff. So I'll be like, hey, come and watch this weird game with me. People would watch that, right? Actually, um, the the this whole like retro community on Twitch and YouTube and other places is actually pretty like populated and uh full of like all kinds of interesting people. Retro streamers do get like a lot of like viewers and stuff. um, because there's a whole like community that like chooses to watch that stuff. Yeah. I've known a few of them. Mhm. But that's some of my plans. Let's say, um, uh, at some point in the future, I'm thinking about dedicating special streams to certain games that have certain themes. And I'll let you take a wild guess what the themes are. um, the two main themes are monkeys or like simians, and the other theme is pizza. So, so I'll do like a a monkey game night and maybe like a pizza game night. And yes, those two things those two subjects matters does have a lot of like games that are like centered around it. So centered around those. So yes, surprising amount, if I do say so. I have a list of both in both. hmm um, And then, furthermore, my other ideas is to occasionally co-stream with friends and play games with them, or on the alternative, people who don't necessarily want to be a part of the multiplayer, they join me on stream and we just hang out and talk together. Um, while the game is going on. Um, and in those kind of like streams, I've like associated those individuals with particular types of games. So like, so one of one of the people I'm trying to get to do regular streams with me is Manolo. The other monkey, like furry, everyone knows, who is a friend of mine, a very good friend, in fact. Um, so there's a whole list of games that I have listed as Manolo games. So, for example, hmm and he's really excited about doing it. So, like whenever our time schedules like cut across, and whenever I get confident enough to be able to run this stream like without like too many bugs and hitches going wrong, um, I will branch out into that kind of co-streaming and stuff. But for now, it's just me. Um, Chatting and playing like game demos as I like experiment and become more confident with the software and the mhm. and also being able to talk like on camera again once again. When I did the live streams before the IRL streams, I found out that it surprised me, one of the most difficult moments when you're live streaming, or at least maybe not now, but at least back then, was when you were talking basically all completely by yourself and like no one was interacting. Um, yeah, that was surprising when I first came across that. Oh, that's something you have to do. Now, after like doing that for like a year and stuff, with a big chunk of time in between, I'm used to it, and I'm trying to relearn that. You have to like learn the practice of talking to yourself, basically. Yeah, which I'm doing right now. um, it's just learning to do it again. Yeah. Speaking of which, water. Okay, well, let's see. There's an emote. Let's see. Okay, don't fall over, bottle of water. Okay. Ah, that's a cute emote. Let's say doing that shit was so tough. It's why I'm scared to stream again. Yeah. Um. Oh, yeah. Being scared of streaming is an interesting time. Um. I remember on that first day back in like 20, we'll say mid 2010s, my first time ever being on camera, um IRL. um like I went into it thinking, oh yeah, that's certainly I can do that for fun, and it was fun. But that first day I was like terrified. So I was on camera like just talking and like trying to do my work, but scared the whole time. um but I powered through it. Oh, it was and it was much worse than like me doing this now. I'm talking yeah, I'm talking about like panicky and stuff. So mhm. Let's see here. Sneevy says, I'll probably be here for a while, even if I don't talk much. No problem. Yeah, lurkers are like a very important part of like any community. Yeah, in fact, I would say they're probably the backbone of the any streamers community, from what I've heard. Um, they provide like a huge amount of like the view account. Um, but yeah, uh, yeah, sometimes people who like don't who haven't streamed before, they don't realize that like stage fright is actually a thing when you turn the camera on. So I've seen people. I remember working with someone who like got hired to be a to also do like live streams with this comic shop, um, and she wasn't expecting to be like afraid when it turned on. And her first stream was like I helped her out a lot. Yeah, but she decided that it wasn't something she wanted to do after that, which completely understandable. Yeah. Um, hmm. But yeah, just part of me doing this is like getting like used to like being back on camera. And it's an extra kind of level of safety for me because I'm using the VTuber instead of the IRL thing, which is what I previously did. And at the moment, I don't look at it as like um, a job like I did before. So like if back then, when I was doing it for a job, I couldn't like leave the camera or necessarily turn the camera off whenever I wanted to. Now I'm like I can have the freedom to do that if I need to. So so I'm not constrained in a claustrophobic kind of way. Yes. Um, yeah, Ollie. I worked in a comic and game store who had like a live stream. This was back in the 2010s, so years ago, and they had people who would like be on stream like you see whenever as they're doing like their work and stuff, and also trying to talk to chat and everything and trying to sell stuff. Yeah. I had creative ideas with that to turn it into like almost like a podcast type thing where I talked about like the new release comics and stuff and whatever games were about to be released on whatever system and that kind of thing. For me, it only lasted a year and a half because COVID shut the shop down. Although, like I said, my videos of that stuff is still online. Last time I checked. Yes, a cam girl. I wasn't going pretty much. Yeah. A very nerdy cam girl. Yes. Mandatory live stream. Yeah. Well, man, that's maybe a little much. It wasn't like, I mean, I had free will. uh but I was expected to like, do so many hours a day and stuff. So many hours a shift or whatever. I'm sure if I absolutely needed it, I'd be like, "Hey boss, can I like take a break or something?" They would say yes. But this is for fun. Let's see. Holy moly, I've been talking for like 53 minutes. Which is good. Oh yeah, I've noticed since I've been back that streaming the time goes by fast, which is interesting. When I'm sitting here talking and like interacting with friends. Um, Before it's like I said, it's already been like almost an hour, and I feel like I just started, which is good. It's a positive experience. It's the negative experiences that seem to grind on and take forever. Yeah. Huh. So, for tonight, after the just chatting portion, I'm going to play a little game demo. I don't know how long it'll take. If it's really short, then hey, I have a bunch of others like lined up. Uh, if it's really long and takes the whole stream, which um, Blast Cats, which is the last game demo I played, did do that. I actually had like another game like planned for after it, expecting it to be short, but no, it just took up the whole like stream, which is fine. I loved it. It's a great game. I was having fun during the whole time. So we'll see, you know. And also I can go like as long as I need to tonight. So, or long as I want to. I don't have to be in, I don't have a bedtime tonight. So, Well, I think I'm going to do that. I kind of want to play a video game now. So I am going to maybe switch over to the screen. And the game that we are first game we are playing, is Wild Blue Skies. It's kind of like a modern Star Fox game, combat thing, flying jet combat thing, with furries. So, yeah. Um, huh. Now I've got to touch the OBS. Let's see. Update. Yeah, we'll get to see if it works. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to change categories. Well, blue. Yep, that looks right. Okay, cool. Category should have changed at some point. Let me know if it did. And let's try to open up the game itself now. I got it I test drove it before the stream started to at least see if it was going to start up, and it did. Okay, properties and all that stuff. Yay! Ah, it's so loud. So I know if okay. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, uh, the the game is ear rapingly loud, and if I I'm afraid if I switch over at this moment, it'll like hurt you guys. So, okay, are you going to? 1 second, everybody. Hmm. Hmm. No, I don't want that. Yay, you get to see me fool around on camera. I love that. Maybe not. We'll find out. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. All right, come on. Let's see. 1 second. Well, that may not be happening. Okay. Hmm. That sounds like, oh, that's awesome. Let's see. First of all, I'm going to technical difficulties. Yay. So how's your like moment going right now? He Mhm. Hmm. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Hmm. Yay, noobishness. Oh well. I will like try to fix that and we'll get back to it. Hmm. So I will stand here and talk to you guys while I like work. So mhm. I really streaming, nice. Let's try. What about you? Trying to start another game and see if that plays. In which case, if it does, we'll switch over to that. Oh well, this is going to be an interesting just chatting stream for now. Oh well, which I'm fine with. Going back to my original or the first part of the stream right now. So cool. Technical difficulties, yay. Alrighty. Let's see. What is the time? Cool. It's been an hour. So here's the new plan. I'm going to take a break, and I will be back on in just a minute. So cool.